My name is Jack. Welcome to a 50-minute Vinyasa flow workout. Tonight's video is going to be divided into two sections. Each section will be 25 minutes long, and this is section 1. For tonight's workout, you're going to need a yoga mat, maybe a towel or a yoga block, and a bottle of water. All right, let's get started. We're going to start in the Shavasana, so come down onto your back. Stretch your legs out long. Bring your arms out to your sides with your palms facing upwards. And come into your breath here. Inhale through your nose, deeply and slowly. Then seal your lips and then exhale through your nose. Slow, deep exhale. This is our Ujjayi breath, and this will power our Vinyasa flow throughout our practice. Press your shoulder blades into the mat and feel the support of the earth beneath you. Press your lower back into the mat. Feel your pelvis being supported, your heels. And when you're ready, lift your right knee and squeeze your right shin with your hands. Clasp your hands over your shin and pull your knee to your armpit. Feel a deep stretch here. And stretch your left leg long in front of you. Stretch that left heel towards the wall in front of you. And with each inhale, pull your belly in and pull your knee closer to your armpit. Take some deep breaths here. And then bring that knee to center and use your left hand to pull that right knee across your body. And then stretch your right arm long and bring your gaze up over your right shoulder to your right fingertips. Feel a deep stretch in your right glutes and your right hip flexor. Your right hip's going to lift up off the mat, but keep that right shoulder on your mat. Take 2 more even breaths here. And then lift your knee back up to center and clasp your hands behind your knee and lift that right leg up high and feel a deep stretch in your hamstrings here. Both legs are extended long. The toes on both feet are curled inwards towards your face. If this is hard for you, you can bring a bend to that knee, or if you like, you can walk your hands up your shin and find a deeper stretch here. But keep your shoulders on the mat. As you enjoy that deep stretch to your hamstring. And slowly release the right leg. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So bring your left knee to your left armpit and hug that knee in tight. Remember to extend that right heel long in front of you with your toes curled towards your face. When you're ready, bring that knee back up to center and use your right hand to guide that left knee across your body. Stretch your left arm long and bring your gaze over to your left hand. Take 2 more breaths here. And then bring that left knee up. Clasp your hands behind your left knee. And lengthen your hamstring here. Pulling your thigh towards your face. Again, you have the option here to bend that knee for more ease, or to walk your hands up your leg to find a deeper stretch. One more breath here. And then hug that left knee in, and then hug the right knee in, and rock back and forth a few times, massaging your spine. And then when you're ready, roll forward onto your hands and knees, and come up here. We're in a tabletop pose now. So let's take some cat-cow positions, pressing your hands into the mat. And on your inhale, lift your chin, drop your belly. Deep inhale here. And then exhale for cat pose, doming your spine, arching your back, and pressing into the mat. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly. Open up your heart. Exhale for cat. Inhale, cow pose. Lift your gaze. Drop your belly. Exhale for cat pose. Take one more here on your own. And then come back to a neutral spine and press your right hand into the mat and lift your left hand high to prepare for a thread the needle pose. So take some circles with that right wrist, clockwise, counterclockwise, lifting your gaze up to your hand. And then on your exhale, thread the needle underneath your torso, coming down into that right shoulder. Stretching your left arm long, maybe taking a bind. And then when you're ready, place the left hand on the mat. Lift your right hand up again. Bring your gaze up to your hand. And then come back to a tabletop position. And let's do the same thing on the other side. So pressing that right hand into the mat. Lift your left hand. Lift your gaze up to meet it. And make some circles there. Reverse directions. And then on your exhale, we're going to thread the needle, coming down into that left shoulder, reaching the right arm long, or finding the bind. Open up your heart to the side of the room. Next inhale, bring your right hand down, lift your left hand, lift your gaze, and then come back down to tabletop position. From here, curl your toes under and lift your hips up and back for your first downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out here. Take whatever movements feel good. Stretch your fingers wide. Stretch your hands long. Lift your hips up and back. And pull your torso towards your thighs. And try to draw your shoulders away from your ears. Activate strong legs and feel some length in your hamstrings here. On your inhale, look up and slowly walk up to the top of your mat. Bend your knees here if you like and hang down into ragdoll pose. Let your head and neck hang heavy. You can catch opposite elbows if you like. Shake your head out, yes. Shake your head out, no. And slowly, slowly lift up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Bringing your head up last. Lift your arms. And exhale, come back to standing pose. Let's take this Surya Namaskar A. Lift your arms up high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back here. Let's hold here. Extend your hips long behind you. Pull the crown of your head forward and bring your hands to your shins. Really try to find a flat back here. It's a great stretch for your glutes, your lower back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, step your left foot back, and slowly lower down to your belly on my count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then plant your hands underneath your shoulders for a gentle cobra pose here. On your inhale, lift up, pulling the crown of your head forward. Gentle stretch to your back here. Don't overdo it. Exhale, come back down. Curl your toes under and lift back up to plank, and then bring your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward between your hands and come up to a high runner's lunge. Plant your left hand on the mat and then open up your chest to the right side. Lift your right hand high. Pull the crown of your head forward and lift your gaze up to that top hand. Both arms are energetic and strong here. Exhale, bring it back down. Step your left foot forward to meet your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step or jump back for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward for a high runner's lunge, planting your left hand on the mat. Lift your left arm up high. Take a deep twist here, just like we did on the other side. You can drop down to that back knee if that feels good. gazing up to that top hand. Bring your left hand down to mat. Step your right foot forward to meet your left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Namaste. Let's take Surya Namaskar B. So inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And you're looking for the same flat back we did before. Your hips are shooting straight back. Your spine is tall. Your arms are energetic and strong here. And you should be able to look down and see your toes in front of your knees. If you can't, find a deeper squat here. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and either step or hop back for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward for warrior one. Your front knee tracks over your ankle. Your back foot's at a 45-degree angle. Bring a deep bend to that front knee. And exhale, bring your hands down to the mat, frame your front foot, and take a vinyasa here. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward for warrior one. And make sure your hips are square to the front of your mat here. Pull that left hip back. And one way to tell if your hips are square is to bring your hands to your hips. If your elbows are askew like this, that means your hips are probably not square. So use that back foot to push your right hip forward, pull that left hip back, and bring your elbows in so that they're parallel to the top of your mat. That looks good. Inhale, tall spine here. Exhale, plant your hands on your foot. Take a vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, Namaste. Now let's do one more sun salutation B. That looked good. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands. Take a vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Virabhadrasana A, warrior one. Look down to your mat. Frame your front foot with your hands and take your vinyasa. Activate strong legs here. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Namaste. All right, we should be all warmed up now. Ready to get started with our vinyasa. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward for warrior one to stay. We'll be here for 5 steady breaths. If you want to challenge here, bring your gaze up to your palms. Activate strong arms. Bring a deep bend to that front knee. next inhale, lift your spine. On your exhale, come down into Warrior Two. Your back foot's at a 90-degree angle, and your front thigh should be parallel to your mat. Your arms are active and strong, but relax your shoulders a little bit. Relax your jaw. We hold a lot of tension there. On your inhale, reverse your palm, and then exhale, reverse your warrior. Lift your gaze up to your palm. Your back hand can travel down your thigh or reach around for a bind. Come back to Warrior Two, and then bring your elbow to your knee for extended side angle. That left arm reaches up and over your head. Really push into the outer edge of that back foot. With each exhale, open up your chest to the side of the room. Come back to Warrior Two. And then look down, frame your front foot with your hands, and let's take a vinyasa here. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's do the same thing on the other side. When you inhale, step your left foot forward. Warrior One. Five steady breaths here. Pushing into the outer edge of that back foot. Pull your left hip back some. Exhale into Warrior Two. Your hips should be really warmed up by now. Imagine squeezing your heels together and see if you can find a little lift in your torso. Gaze out over that front finger, reverse your palm, and then reverse your warrior. Gaze up to that top hand. But maintain a deep bend to that front knee. Inhale, back to Warrior Two. And then exhale, bring that elbow to your knee. That right hand that reaches up and over. With each exhale, find a deep opening in your chest to the side of your room. And imagine that top hand reaching over as if you're taking a stroke in a swimming pool. Inhale, come back to Warrior Two. And then exhale, let's take a vinyasa here. Frame your front foot with your hands. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll pause here for the second video. I'll cue that up now.